Now let's solve duplicate emails. So basically in this problem, we have a table that looks like this, and we have emails that are duplicates, like ID1 has an email of a@b.com and ID3 has an email of a@b.com, and we want to return all the emails in the table that are duplicates of one another. So in this example, we return a@b.com only because it's the only email that has another duplicate. So this is a very simple problem. Let's go ahead and type it out. The first thing we want to do is, since we want to return the duplicate emails, we want to return email. We are going to select the email column from our person table. So let's do that. Select email from person. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the function group by. What group by is going to do is it's going to group all identical emails together. So if I type group by email, I'm going to get a table that looks like this, except these are the only two rows in our table because we group by every email. So now that we've grouped by email, and so now we have rows of identical emails, we need to return the rows that have a count greater than 1, which means it has duplicate emails. So the way we do that is we use the having function. Now first you might be asking, why not use where? So why don't we group by email where count is greater than 1? And we'll get to count in just a moment. So why are we using having instead of where? That's because of the function of each one. You use where to filter the table before you group, and you use the having to filter the table after you group. And given that we've grouped by email, we have to use having now. So what are we going to use having on? So group by email, having, what's the condition? The condition is count all rows greater than 1. What the count function does is it counts all the rows. So if up here I did select count star from person, I'm going to get 3 because that's the number of rows in this table specifically. So here having count star greater than 1. After we group by email and we're left with a table that looks like this, we want to return a count greater than 1, so number of rows greater than 1. And you might be asking, well, in this table we have 2 rows, a@b.com and c@d.com. Now first of all, you need to remember that we use the having after the group by, so the count is for each row. But then you might be asking, well, there's only one value in each row. But actually behind the scenes, SQL does keep count of the rows that went into the group. When we use the group by function, SQL behind the scenes kept count of the number of rows that were combined. So in this table, although the only thing that are displayed are actually email a@b.com and c@d.com, behind this table, a@b.com has a count of 2 because it exists twice, while c@d.com has a count of 1 because it exists 1. So when we return having count of star greater than 1, we're actually returning just a@b.com. So let's submit our code and see if it works. There we go, accepted. So that was the duplicate emails problem on LeetCode. I hope you found that video helpful, and thanks for watching.